And so, Great Spirit, thank you. We're so grateful. We're so grateful. And we welcome you, Great Spirit and Great Mystery, into our conversation today. And so we had some entertainment with our connection, with our internet connection. So we'll see how we do. We'll see how we do here. And it's what a surprise. So one of the things that I've been thinking about is I've been thinking about our feelings, and I've been thinking about how interesting it is that we often don't pay attention to our feelings, that our feelings often, we experience a lot of ignoring our feelings or not attending to our feelings. And so one of the things that I think is most essential at this time is to... I'm going to move myself. I just said to move around, so I'm moving myself around. So I think I think we're good. I think this is working. Okay. Oh my goodness, you guys, look at this. I don't know if you can see this, but we have a friend here. I don't know if you can see him, but he is a seagull, and he is enjoying, he's sitting right on that's so great. I have a groovy little sweet apartment here. But I was thinking about instincts, and I was thinking about that how we are instinct injured, that many of us are instinct injured. And I was thinking about this this opportunity that we all have to be back in touch with our feelings. And one of the things I've noticed is that a lot of us are told that our feelings are like not a good idea, like don't have that feeling, like it's not a good idea. And it makes me think of, there's this poem, let me see, poem by Rumi, and it's called The Guest House. And it says, "This being human is a guest house. Every morning is a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they are a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. It may be clearing you out for some new delight, the dark thought, the shame, the malice. Go to the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, for each has been sent as a guide from beyond." Each has been sent as a guide from beyond. And I think about that. I think about how our feelings are really sent as a guide from beyond, and that they're messengers. And I remember Susan Oakes, who was a practitioner, a really beautiful, and is a practitioner operating in Seattle. She was a naturopathic doctor. And I remember I was having shingles, and reoccurring shingles, and oh my gosh, they were just like, what? Like nerve pain, oh man. I could turn down other kinds of pain. I could work with it. I could figure it out, but nerve pain, whoo boy. And she told me, she said, "Don't kill the messenger." And I was like, "Are you crazy? Like, this is painful. This sucks. This hurts. I can't take it. I can't take another minute." And she was like, no, don't kill the messenger. And I always think about that. So like, and I think about that not only with pain and with illness and with, because illness is one of the great mysteries. So it's one of the great mysteries, Great Spirit, Creator, the greater knowledge, the greater knowing, the greater mystery. It's always looking out for us. It always wants to share new things with us. It wants us to evolve and to grow, and it's always teaching us. And so this is, a really powerful opportunity for us to evolve and to learn more, even though it sucks a lot, and we have a full range of feelings. So I think one of the important things is to recognize we have a full range of feelings and that those are messengers, and to not medicate ourselves, because that's the big temptation, is that we would medicate ourselves and to medicate those feelings is something that's actually recommended, unfortunately, that we suppress those feelings. And then what happens is we do become instinct injured. And so when we become instinct injured, we lose touch with our feelings. Once we lose touch with our feelings, we lose touch with ourselves. When we lose touch with ourselves, we lose touch with each other. We lose touch with our planet. We lose touch with what we're doing, what we're saying. We lose touch with our impact. And so I think one of the things that's really important at this time is that we begin to track those feelings again, and that we can see the feelings as favors. Like when we feel something, it's a favor from our body, it's a favor from our heart, it's a favor from our spirit. Like our spirit wants us to know something. It's like telling us something so that we can pay attention, and then we can ask the feeling like, oh, hi, you're a messenger. And it's similar with my shingles. Even with my shingles, which were very painful, I was able to go to them and say, hey, you're a messenger. So what do you want me to know? What do you want to tell me? And the messages were really clear. There's all these patterns of overextension, and you need to stop overextending yourself. And also, you need to either step on the gas or step on the brake, one or the other. You can't step on both of them at once. And so I was able to make that decision. And then I also knew when I was doing too much, because I would feel that tingle on my back, and I would know, oh, I need to stop. I need to rest. I need to maybe subtract a couple things from my schedule, but definitely not add anything. And so I find that really interesting. And Angelus Arians, I'm like, I don't know how much I want to move around because of but I'm just going to reach for this here, this book. And this is my beloved teacher and mentor, Angelus, wrote this book. It's called The Nine Muses. And it's really beautiful, a mythological path to creativity. And it's fabulous about the muses. But in this book, there is this wonderful story. I'm going to read it to you right now. It's called Love. And it is something that is in the book. It's by someone who's anonymous, but it's something that Angelus included in the book, and I think it's just really lovely. And it says, once upon a time, there was an island where all the feelings lived. Happiness, sadness, knowledge, and all of the others, including love. One day it was announced to the feelings that the island would sink. So all prepared their boats and left. Love was the only one who stayed. Love wanted to persevere until the last possible moment. When the island was almost sinking, love decided to ask for help. When the island was almost sinking, love decided to ask for help. Richness was passing by love in a grand boat, and love said, Richness, can you take me with you? And Richness answered, no, I can't. There's a lot of gold and silver on my boat, and there's no place here for you. Love decided to ask Vanity, who was passing by in a beautiful vessel, Vanity, please help me. I can't help you, love. You are all wet, and you might damage my boat. And Vanity sailed on. Sadness was close by, so love asked for help. Sadness, let me go with you. Oh, love, I'm so sad that I need to be by myself. Happiness passed by love too, but she was so happy that she didn't even hear when love called her. Suddenly there was a voice, come, love, I will take you. Come, love, I will take you. It was an elder. Love felt so blessed and overjoyed that love even forgot to ask the elder her name. When they arrived at dry land, the elder went her own way, and love, realizing how much he owed the elder, asked knowledge, another elder, who helped me? It was time, knowledge answered. Time? Asked love. But why did time help me? And knowledge smiled with deep wisdom and answered, because only time is capable of understanding how great love really is. Because only time is capable of understanding how great love really is. And that is written by someone anonymous, and it is excerpted and taken from Muses by Angelus Arian. It's a story that she had in that book. And so I think about what, only time, only time really knows how great love is. And love contains all the feelings. And what's important is that we are able to come to our feeling nature in a way where we are including our other feelings also. And so I also have pain and I have sadness and I have anger and I have if we're lucky, we have every feeling. But all of those feelings are messengers, and they're there to say, oh, there's something's going on. I want to tell you something. So joy, same. Same, same, as they would say in Bali. Same, same. That, something is happening, and I want to let you know what it is. This experience is causing, you're having a response. And one of the keys that we want to open the new door with, or cross the new threshold with, that key is really to be able to express and to share all of our feelings, and not to just have the sanctioned feelings that we'll share. But we want to share them in a way where we're responsive and not reactive. We don't want to be reacting, we want to be responding. So this is going to be an interesting video. So how can I be a little bit more responsive and not reactive? I think about also that we've probably all been having a lot of feelings about the earth. We've been seeing some really good results. Also for things happening with the earth and for the earth and of the earth, and ways to protect the earth and her water. We're starting to see some positive things happening there. And also what's important is that we've all had feelings about what's happening with the earth. And so if I've had those feelings about what's happening with the earth, then it would be interesting to pay attention to those. And I think oftentimes what has happened is that we've all kind of become numb, or we don't know that what we feel matters and what we think matters, and that we can find ways to share what we think and what we feel that will be impactful and that will have a positive impact on the earth and on her well-being and on our air and our waters. And we were talking about the order of things and how the air and the water, the Great Spirit is up here, or Tunkashul or Wakan, Tanka, the Great Spirit, but there's a power that's like the highest power, and it's like way above the people. And so, and that power is always speaking to us, and that power expresses itself through us, through our soul. But then there's an order to things. And so as human beings, for us to feel for this being, for this incredible being that we're a part of, for the sweet, sweet Mother Earth who loves us so much, for us to have feelings for her is natural and good. And I think that she is our greatest elder and our wisest elder. And that it's a powerful time for us to begin again to pay attention to our feelings. And so what do I feel about what's happening? How can I share what I feel about what's happening in a way that can, be responded to, or in a way that can actually be heard, in a way that is health engendering, that is a way to extend kindness into the world. So how can I express my heart in that way? Now, one of the interesting things is that sometimes our feelings have been so shut down, like our heart has been, like it's no longer, people don't even have access to our heart. And so my curiosity would be, how can we open our hearts? How can we open our hearts? And so I think about how we can ask the sky to come down. Oh, there's one of the drums, Angelo Gatto and Heather Gatto, or Sukrita, made that drum. I love that drum. It's so beautiful. They made it as a couple. Speaking of love, they made that drum together. It's so beautiful. I love it. And that's my hawks that are with me, the dansai. So I think that one of the important things is that we are able to recognize our feelings, and to recognize that sometimes the earth is sending us feelings about things. And sometimes the wind or the sky or the waters, they are above us, and they are trying to send us messages. They're constantly the earth is constantly talking to us and telling us what she wants and what she needs and what she doesn't want and what she doesn't need. And since we're part of her and we're her children, I think one of the important things that we can begin doing is to feel for her, to recognize that we're feeling something, and then to state what we're feeling instead of trying to kill what we're feeling. Like, don't kill the messenger. Stop killing them, stop killing the feeling. Honor the feeling, recognize the feeling, acknowledge the feeling, presence yourself with the feeling instead. And I think that one of the ways that we can begin doing this is even by simply writing it down. Like, acknowledge it by just simply writing it down. In the order of things, one of the important things is that we're connected to everything that's around us because we're a part of it. So we can call on the sky and ask the sky to come and to help us. And the sky is a dynamic, a part of the dynamic nature. And then the earth. And then the earth, it's so interesting because I don't have my notes. So I'm just looking out the window. So I get to do this noteless, So it's kind of interesting to be thinking about, I think I had another poem. But regardless. So the sky, we need the sky. Everybody needs the sky, and we're going to allow that sky to move through us. We can allow that. We can call the sky into us. We can ask the sky to go all the way through. And then we can call on the earth, and we can call on the power and the love of the earth to move up through our bodies and all the way out through the crown of our heads. And then we can call down the sky and ask the sky to give us wisdom and share knowledge and wisdom with us. And then we can go to the heart, which is the place in the center. It's the apex of the soul. So soul is surrounding us, and the sky is above us and holding us. It's the dynamic nature. And then we have the magnetic nature, the earth, the feminine that's at our feet and that is holding us and caring for us. And then we have that center, and that center place or that core place, that is the place of the non-binary or the integrative nature. And so we have all three of those natures within us. And then also the integrative nature is the ever-expanding universe. And the universe is expanding. The universe is expanding. There is some marvelous science and beautiful research around this, and some of Thomas Berry's proteges have been working. I know Brian Schwimm is a scientist and a theologian, and he did a really beautiful talk that I had the honor of going to, and he was speaking to how the universe it's expanding, and so I think that our real work here is to do, as, David Richo spoke about, is to pour every experience into creating more love in the universe. And so at this time, I feel that we can make contact with our real feelings. We can have a daily practice where we are making contact with the earth, going outside, making sure you're 6 feet away from everyone except your favorite tree, maybe, and making contact with the earth with your feet, and then pulling that love and that energy up through your body, and then pulling or calling the energy of the sky to come back down through you, and then also recognizing that center place. So it's the tree of life. So you can see, like in the Judaic tradition, in all traditions, there's a tree of life, or at least on every continent, there's a tree of life that is recognized. And so we all have this opportunity to honor the branches, the sky, the good, the tunkashila, the good, the true, and the cielo, the good, the true, and the beautiful of the masculine, and the dynamic nature, and then to go to the earth and to thank the earth, and great and beautiful mystery of the earth, and the feminine nature, that beautiful sacred feminine nature, that powerful feminine nature, and to pull and to ask for that love to come up and to move through us, and then that beautiful energy of the universe, that center place, that place of integration, the non-binary. So work with that. That's the trunk of the tree, right? And so we can go to the roots, which go into the mother, the trunk, which is the non-binary, and the integrative, and then the branches that go up to the creator. And we need to be in all. We need to be embodied. We need to be human about this thing, man. It's not, this is a human thing. It's a human thing. And so we need to be human. And humans, we have hearts, and hearts have emotion. And so it's important that we're recognizing those emotions, and that we're allowing those emotions to be our messengers, not to run the show, not to hijack everybody's life, because just because we have the feeling doesn't mean it's a fact. It means we have feelings about something. So we want to check in about those feelings with the people that we love. If we're having feelings about maybe a tree that was, not respected, that is close to, we can share our feelings about that. I've had experiences where I've gotten to do that. If nature isn't being respected in some way, we can speak to that because it means something to us. We have feelings. We are part of the earth. So what happens to her happens to us. She is going to have those feelings and they'll be transmitted to us. And so I really wanted to share this. Let me see here. This last poem, and this is a poem by Hafiz, whom I love so and adore. And I think that what we need is we need to put things into us that are going to be helpful, that will be healing. So what can I put into me that will have a healing effect? How can I listen to the messages that my body is giving me? How can I allow those messages to be a way to deepen my intimacy with myself and also to deepen my intimacy with my loved ones and the people that I care about and my planet and my community? We have the opportunity now to remember that we are animals and that we like to be in communities. And that's one of the reasons that we kind of live together, I think, and have towns and cities, and is because we're community creatures. And some of us have many communities, and we can stay connected to those communities. And so we can remember that there's an order to things, and that we're not a great spirit, but we have the ability to connect with great spirit and with Creator through the wind or the earth or the thunder. We have ways to connect with what is more powerful and amazing and spectacular. Although people and human beings are pretty spectacular, but I gotta say thunder, woo boy, Wakia is something else. So I think that one of the things that we can do is we can begin to pay attention to those feelings and to allow them to be a guidance system to deepen our relationships with all our relationships. So notice what comes in, and if that makes you feel good, notice what goes out, because what goes in is what comes out. So whatever's going into you, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally, that's also what's going to come out. And I think that I may have some surprise guests here coming up, so I'm excited about that, to see if we can, I'm pretty sure I have, I'm pretty sure that I have some good guests that can join us. And my best friend just hello, hi Shante, good to see you. Hi Marie, hello. And I really wanted to thank all of the people who are helping with the first initiation of life, who are helping with the babies, because there's so many babies being born right now, and I'm just so grateful. And so I'm thinking of Cedar, and I'm thinking of Tara, and I'm thinking of Anna. I'm thinking of just all these incredible human beings who are there in these rooms with the mamas and the papas and the parents, the adults who are delivering the babies into this world right now. And it's a beautiful world. It's a beautiful, beautiful world with all of its things. It's a beautiful world. So welcome, babies. And thank you to those who are bringing them and birthing them and holding them. So the last poem that I selected for today is "The Subject Tonight is Love," and it's by Hafiz, and it says, "The subject tonight is love, and for tomorrow night as well. And as a matter of fact, I know of no better topic for us to discuss until we all die. The subject tonight is love, and for tomorrow night as well. And as a matter of fact, I know of no better topic for us to discuss until we all die." And everything dies and everything changes. And how do we hold one another in life? How do we hold one another until that time? Thank you so much. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you. Thank you for helping me with my wild video. The other thing I wanted to let you know or announce at this time is that for our village, we have this wonderful clinic, Village Clinic, and I just want to let you guys know that Dr. Broderick Rodell is going to be doing a guided mindfulness practice. I really wanted to announce that, and he is like he has 1,000 suns in his heart, and he's so beautiful, and it would be so beautiful. I find it so beautiful to be with him, and just the richness of his spirit, the beauty of his spirit. And so he will be doing that at 9 a.m. on Monday and Friday, and it's a very sweet guided meditation, but very powerful a guided mindfulness practice. And so that's Monday morning and Friday morning at 9. And so if you can love yourself and continue to love the people that are around you, and honor your feelings as messengers, and find out what the message is from the feelings, and then asking the earth and the sky and the sacred center to be with you in your practice, and may you be strong and may you be well. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you soon.